Hey everybody, today I have Slash from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates from Super 7. This is a big figure. Normally the boxes are not this wide or this heavy, but Slash is a big figure, so he comes in a big box. Now, unlike the normal turtles that come in the green boxes, he's a villain, so he's come in this purple box. The same logo on the back, but on the front you have Slash here. He's a turtle, but he's an evil turtle. So let's open up the box here, the slip cover. You can see him here. He's a large figure, more in the size of a Bebop or a Rocksteady, and he still has the same brick motif like the other Ninja Turtles, except the brick is darker. There's a lot more graffiti around it, and then on the back he's got his bio, just like the other figures. He's an evil turtle from Dimension X, and you can see he's got lots of weapons with the pink handle motif. And we'll get into more detail there. If you'd like to add this figure to your collection, there's a link to the product in the description below. So without further ado, let's open them up. Here we have Flash from Super 7 Ultimates. He comes with these two heads, one with a big old grin on it and one with a slightly open mouth in the classic sort of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style. Both of the headbands come with a soft plastic bandana, so it does have some flexibility to it. You can see that here as well. So the heads are really nice. Not a whole lot of variety in the looks, but you know, just enough. He comes with, like all the turtles, he comes with 3 sets of hands. He has two sets of gripping hands, kind of in different styles. One where he's kind of grabbing, and then one is a fist, so he can punch, grab, or reach. And I already have him equipped with one of his sort of grabbing hands, as well as this flail or morning star, however you want to. I guess it's more of a morning star, since it doesn't have a chain on it, right? So that's the hands and the head, so kind of the body parts. He also comes with 2 grenades. I thought these were super cool. Unlike the more martial arts type weapons, he has these 2 grenades, so you can maybe use these with different turtles or different character combinations. Add this to your arsenal of weapons. He comes with a big pink nunchuck that is pretty flexible, so you can pose it in a lot of different positions for some action shots as you see fit. He has a big curved sword, sort of a, I guess it's a sword, you could call it. And that could fit in his gripping hand. I guess you can kind of make it fit in that hand too. And then in addition to those weapons, he has a few of these sort of tilted or jagged weapons, a longer sword and a shorter sword. If you look up real close, they have this sort of crossed tip to make them extra deadly. The hilts kind of look like they've been bent out of place. Really wicked looking. So in addition to those weapons, he has 3 stars. 2 are the sort of traditional throwing stars, sort of bigger versions of what come with the Sewer Samurai Leo, which I've also reviewed, and then a regular star, it's just a normal, typical star shape. So those are all the weapons. Again, he's got the stars, the nunchuck, 2 of these crooked, sort of wicked-looking swords. I'm sure there's a better, like a Chris, I think they're called, and this really big sort of sword dagger with a spiked hilt, and they all have this sort of pink-handled motif, and the grenades for a little extra oomph. And like all the Super 7 figures, he comes with this rack, but unlike the other ones, this rack is really big. But all the parts can be removed or taken out, or you can just keep them in here if you like that style. I always keep them in here because I like the way it looks. It reminds me of when I was a kid, and I only had maybe 6 or 7 Ninja Turtle action figures because that's all I could afford at the time. But that's one of the things I really love about collecting these figures, is it really takes me back to my childhood. And now that I'm older and I have a job, I can spend my money on fun stuff like this. So you look at the figure itself. His knees bend. They don't bend quite as much as the other turtles because he is quite a bit beefier, but they bend enough, and the texture and the shape on him is really nice. He has this very scaly sort of bluish green look to him. He's got a little tail back here, which also has a little bit of rotation in it. You can wiggle it back and forth. Let's take that out. Oops. Of course, his head pops off. Let's go ahead and put the other head back on. We'll just go with it. Okay, now he's not quite so happy because his head fell off. There you go. Swinging that flail around. You can see his arms rotate all the way around. He's got these sort of pink wooden shoulder pads. All of his hands come with these sort of banded, wrapped dagger hands, blade hands. He's got the bright yellow nails on his feet and his hands, spikes on his knees and elbows. He has kind of a Batman-esque utility belt with a lot of pockets. Not real pockets, but, you know, decoration. Skull and crossbones in this sort of metallic silver, and an S for Slash. His arms also rotate all the way around. He has a bicep swivel, which goes pretty much all the way forward, but not all the way back because of these shoulder pads. His elbows bend at 90 degrees. He's not quite as flexible as the smaller regular turtles, but I think it's about what you'd expect from a figure this big. And here you have him. Have him raise up his flail. If you want to compare him to the other turtles, here we have again Sewer Surfer Mike. He's a little bit shorter. He seems overly happy to see Slash here. Slash, on the other hand, not too happy to see Mikey. Slash says, you know, he's got this big flail. Mikey just has this little slime-covered nunchuck. So, you know, Slash smash. Oh, Slash slide. Let's try that again. All right, there you go. And if you want to compare it to other figures, I like to bring in a 6-inch action figure as a comparison. Here's Boba Fett. I am Boba Fett. And he says, pew, pew, laser blast, just blast right off. Just bounce right off of Slash. And Slash says, me club you. Or, all right, so Slash is pretty tough. He can fight turtles. He can fight bounty hunters. And yeah, that's the villain. He's the first villain I've collected at this point. I'm really excited to have him lined up with the rest of my turtles. He's all you could ever want in a villain. You know, he's a turtle. He's got lots of big weapons, and he can really take out his enemies, bounty hunters, and turtles alike. If you like this figure, the link's right there in the description, and I'd really love it if you liked and subscribed my channel. Thank you very much.